You're listening to The Three Pillars of Success, a podcast that inspires people of all walks of life to gain perspective on what it means to succeed. My name is Geraldine Convento, and I'm best known for entrepreneurship, my skills in web presence, and SEO. Thanks for listening. Enjoy the show. Hey y'all, how you doing? It's me, Geraldine, the Entrepreneur Guide, web and SEO expert. And today I have a special guest by the name of Melanie Panergo. Hey Melanie, what's up?
Hey Geraldine, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. I'm really glad that you accepted my invitation. Who are you? Where are you from? And what do you do for a living?
My name is Melanie Panergo. I am of Filipino descent. Born and raised in San Jose, California, and have lived all over the Bay Area. Currently, I'm working remotely in Baja, Mexico, living life as a traveling digital nomad. I'm a marketing manager at 99 Designs, which is an online creative platform for graphic design. And to be more specific, I'm a storyteller focused on creating authentic, design-centric content that highlights the stories of minority-owned small businesses and how their brands have been elevated through the power of solid branding. I'm also a DJ known by the stage name of That Girl. I'm the founder of a woman-owned and operated DJ company called Dime, which the name is sort of a nod to the 90s hip-hop era. If you know, you know.
What do you do for fun?
I'm very fortunate that my work aligns with what I like to do for fun, which is design and music. But aside from that, I love to cook and experiment with plant-based recipes. I love traveling and getting out into nature as much as I can, which is every day, basically. I have a dog and he kind of keeps me just on my toes, reminding me to go outside every day, because if he doesn't go outside, he's not balanced. If he's not balanced, I'm not balanced. Yeah, so traveling, nature, cooking, design, and music.
What does success mean to you?
To me, success means learning to first identify your values. Because once you're really clear about what matters the most to you in life, then all your life decisions will be based on those values. And once you start to make values-based decisions about everything in your life, from who you choose to surround yourself with, who you decide to do business with, then you'll start to attract those with like-minded values. And I think that's really powerful, because once you start to attract people with like-minded values, then your purpose becomes stronger. And in turn, you kind of help each other make your purpose stronger altogether.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I have spent many of my adult years not knowing my values or what that really meant. And I hired a business coach one year. This is several years ago. And she asked me, so what are your values? And I was like, huh, what does that mean? And I was like, how do I determine that? And she said, well, what's important to you? That whole exercise of being able to narrow down and group the different things that were related to each other and really, really know what my values were, really did make a difference for me in terms of quality of life, relationships, decisions I was making, and how I was going to spend my time. And that was totally game changing.
Yeah, once you start to really sharpen that focus and you could really name what those things are that help make you operate, then yeah, there's a lot of power in that. And you have that like in mind all the time. And those that don't align with those values, they just start to fall off. That goes for friends and even like business partners, business decisions. If it was a decision that wasn't grounded on matching values, then that business relationship isn't going to last. It's not going to be fruitful for both ends.
If you were to choose 3 pillars that attributed to success in your life, what would they be?
My 3 pillars of success would be purpose, integrity, and truth. To me, success isn't a linear journey. It's up and down. You're gonna have some good times. You're gonna have bad times, and it means everything to be able to transform life's hardest challenges into something meaningful and positive. And so by transforming those challenges in life, then there's purpose around that. I think that that's where you create purpose, is by being able to transform that. Once you find that purpose, then you're able to contribute back to the world somehow with that knowledge of how you were able to like flip a negative into a positive. So I try to navigate through life with a strong moral compass, or AKA integrity, because I think this guides me towards being the best version of myself. And when I could be the most truthful and honest, authentic version of myself, then I feel like I could be at my best to serve others and bring out the best in them too.
One thing that you said that really stuck out for me, and I think is really important for our listeners here at the Three Pillars of Success podcast, is being able to transform your life. Part of the reason why I created the Three Pillars of Success, because I noticed that a lot of people thought that success was far from them. They hadn't achieved success yet, but there are several successes that we could achieve in life. And to be quite frank about when it comes to transformation or listening to others' stories, if you're someone who's happy 24/7, there isn't really any challenges that you overcome. I hate to say it, but it doesn't seem that interesting to others. And it's the same for like, if we look at the movies that people consume, if we look at the music that we listen to, all of these things, all of this media and all of this entertainment always has a sense of up and down. And it's really how you create that human relatedness, just knowing that the person that you're sharing your experiences with really has gone through things that maybe you aspire to overcome or you've gone through as well. So I think showing that transformation and showing that you're able to do that really helps to form connections between one person to another. What is a roadblock that you had to overcome in your path to success?
I actually used to be really, really shy. And I still am, but I don't think I'm as nearly as shy as I used to be as a kid. I'd consider myself an ambivert, which an ambivert by definition means both extrovert and introvert. I love people. I love going out there and meeting new people. I love networking, but I have an expiration date. And I feel it, I could be in a room of people and then I start to feel my energy kind of wane. And that's when I need to make my exit, and I need my alone time. I need my me time. I need my self-reflection time. I'm not one of those go, 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 go extroverted type of people. I'm like 50-50. So anyhow, as a kid, I used to be very, very, very shy. And I remember I was in third grade and the class was just going nuts. Everyone was jumping around. It was so loud. And my teacher just didn't have control of the room. And she was getting super frustrated. She's screaming at everyone to get back to their desks. And she used me as an example. She said to the class, "Why can't you all be like Melanie? She's sitting here quietly doing what she's supposed to do. And why can't you all just be like her?" And I didn't like that at all. It made me feel like, is this like a good quality? Do I want to be defined as, someone that follows the rules all the time, someone that is like compliant? So it was at that moment that I wanted to break out of my shell. I questioned, why am I shy? Why don't I like to raise my hand and speak? I made it a point to rebel against the things that you think you are, rebel against the things that you think people see you as. So it's a scary thing, but I think that moment encouraged me to start raising my hand more and start to develop that extroverted side of me, start to exercise the other side of me. But at the same time, I embrace that I am like shy. I am a introverted person as well, because there's value in that, those kinds of people too. I love working on independent projects. I love doing things like on my own. But at the same time, yeah, I needed to, I think, challenge myself to work in groups as well. The different ways of communicating in a one-to-one setting or like a group setting. So I feel like now as an adult in the professional world, I'm not as shy. I could speak in meetings. The more you do it, the more comfortable it becomes. I've embraced the shyness, but I've also embraced extroversion as well.
Nice. What advice would you give to anyone that's looking to achieve success?
Although it's nice to have, you don't need to have like a fancy job title or a six-figure paycheck to be influential. You don't need like hundreds of thousands of followers on social media. You don't need to be able to speak in front of a large crowd of people. I feel that if you can live your life authentically, if you could have open and authentic conversations with at least one other person, then I think that you could inspire that one other person to be open and authentic themselves. And that one person will go and be authentic and open to two other people. Those two other people will be inspired to be open on and authentic to those people that they interact with. And then it just keeps on spreading. So to me, I feel like that's how we can all uplift each other to be more successful, is just focus on the one-to-one interactions that we have every day. You know, it could happen at the most random times, like the person that you're standing next to at the grocery store, or it could happen in like a 5-minute conversation, the person next to you in a plane. So it could start at any moment. You don't have to wait to finish like reading like a self-help novel or finish listening to like a podcast series. Like, you don't need to focus on if what you're saying is perfect grammar. And that's authenticity, right? It's not being scared to just go for it and connect with each other in that honest way with no fear, no judgment.
Authenticity is definitely an important trait, and we never know who we've touched, moved, and inspired through whatever it is that we do. And there's a lot of people who are shy and maybe will never tell you the impact that you'd made in their life, or maybe they're a stranger and they never really had the opportunity they never expressed to you how profound whatever you said to them was. And I think that's really the beauty of connecting with other people and engaging, because you never really know what impact you make, and that impact could be very great. Thank you so much for being on our show today. This is the 3 Pillars of Success podcast, and we broadcast every single Wednesday. So be sure to tell your friends and listen on Apple, Spotify, Google, everywhere you listen to podcasts. And we will talk to you soon.